Hello, everybody. How are you? This is Mrs. Cruiser, and I just noticed you can see my pajama pants. Yeah, see that? Gracie, you're not the only one who likes Christmas pajamas all year long. Whoop, whoop. There's my little deer. Okay, sorry. Off track. Hello, Mrs. Cruiser. Okay, so I wrote the numbers out. And if you noticed, I made sure I left a lot of space in between my numbers. It makes it easier because then when I'm doing the teen numbers, my teen number is directly under. So 1 is right above 11 because 11 is a 1 and a 1. 12 is a 1 and a 2. 13 is a 1 and a 3. And it starts to show the pattern. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to write it again for you, but we're going to do it together. And then this time I took a blank piece of paper because I'm going to turn it the other way. So by kindergarten, on your report card, it says that you can write your numbers to 20, but really we want you to write your numbers a little bit beyond 20, but we're going to practice together. So I'm going to turn my paper long ways. And remember, when we're writing, leave some space in between each number. It just, instead of, you don't want, if I'm writing a 1 and a 2, we want to make sure it looks like 1 and a 2, not 12. That's why it's very important to leave space. So we can count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Always stop at 10. Always stop at 10 when you're practicing at home, because we want 11 to be directly under the 1. So look at my numbers and make sure your numbers look like mine do. Okay, make sure that 7, a lot of students like to flip around that 7, and the 3, they're the most common. So now we're going to start our teen numbers. All teen numbers start with the number 1. So 11, and we can sing our song together. 11 is a 1 and a 1. 12 is a 1 and a 2. 13 is a 1 and a 3. 14 is a 1 and a 4. 15 is a 1 and a 5. 16 is a 1 and a 6. 17 is a 1 and a 7. 18 is a 1 and an 8. 19 is a 1 and a 9. Come on, everybody, let's get this done. Number and easy. Start with a 1. Okay, so we have the teen numbers. Now this is the tricky part. 20. How do we write a 20? Well, if we're looking at the 10, this, when we're done, if you were to go all the way to 100, this would say 10, 20, and this is also a pattern. So a 10 is a 1 and a 0. A 20 is a 2 and a 0. That's what a 20 looks like. This is what you need to do before you finish kindergarten. But guess what? You know what would make us all very, very proud of you and your first graders, first grade teachers? What they would love to see is if you could write even higher than that. So 20 is a 2 and a 0. So this whole next row, I'm going to come down here because you're going to notice a pattern. So 21 is a 2 and a 1. Notice how we have 1, 1, 1 in that 1's place. So 22, 22, 23, 24. Okay, I know I'm going a little bit higher, but I wanted you to see why it's so important to stop at the 10 and then 20. And so you know what will be right here? 10, 20. When we get here, it's going to be a 30, a 3 and a 0. Now, if we were at school, we would have that wonderful hundreds chart paper, which actually you can print out at home if you have a printer. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here. If you need any help, please have mom email, call, contact us. We're always here. Have a great night, boys and girls. Well, I guess have a great day. Bye.